Bruh. Are you kidding me? Okay, not April Fools. No, it's not. We already did our joke video about April Fools earlier this morning. Oh, Ivan Demidov signed with the KHL team. But in this video, we are talking about two of my favorite teams and two of the top prospects on these teams and how recent reports have come out earlier this afternoon that may cause some folks in these fan bases to panic, because today we're talking about Montreal Canadiens prospect Jacob Fowler, like we have been all day. And then we're also talking about Tom Willander of the Vancouver Canucks, because both of these guys have had updates surrounding them that really get a bit confusing. I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. It's pretty weird. But because we had already spoken about Jacob Fowler earlier in today's show, we made an entire Montreal Canadiens-centered video about Fowler and about Joshua and about Oliver Kapanen, Suzuki, Hudson. Lots of great stuff in that commentary earlier in today's show. And so because we already made that video, we're going to leave the Fowler news till the end of this video and instead focus on Tom Willander of the Vancouver Canucks, because Rick Dhaliwal had a really interesting opening segment on Donnie and Dolly earlier this morning. It was from 3 hours ago, and in order to help us out, Canucks News Summaries went out there and summarized all the notes that we need to hear from this hit. In particular, Dolly talks about Elias Pettersson and Nils Höglander. Both of these guys skated last week. Höglander will be evaluated after a full practice. Some think that Pettersson is done for the year, but Dhaliwal is not hearing that from his sources, and it's a tough thing to nail down what their injuries are. There also was a conversation about Filip Chytil. It's impossible to see if he'll return this season. And Dhaliwal's not sure if Chytil is out of concussion protocol just yet. This is all fine and dandy, right? Okay, guys are hurt, guys potentially are not going to come back soon, and it's just a matter of time. We have to wait, evaluate, see what Pettersson, Höglander, and Chytil are going through. But Rick Dhaliwal's commentary on Tom Willander is interesting. If Willander's NCAA team wins their game on April 10th, there would only be 2 regular season games left in the Canucks season for him to sign and play in at the NHL level. Dhaliwal says a signing may not be simple. There could be a battle over the schedule and performance bonuses. The Canucks may be trying to sign Willander to the same performance bonuses as Jonathan Lekkerimäki. And also, Dhaliwal says, he has been told that going back to school for a 3rd season is now an option for Tom Willander. And that kinda sucks. Oh my gosh, the guy's gonna go... Okay, doesn't suck. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Like, oh, come on, psych yourself up. It's not that bad if Willander goes back for a 3rd season with the Boston University Terriers. Sure, it would be ideal for him to play games at the end of this NHL season and potentially contribute in a meaningful number 5-ish role like some folks have been projecting him to be able to do at this point. Heck, there were some analysts going out there and saying Willander could be a top 4 defenseman right now in the NHL. Maybe that's a little bit far-stretched for a guy who's just wrapped up his 2nd season in the NCAA, or he hasn't wrapped it up yet. He's on the cusp of wrapping it up, depending on if they get eliminated. But Tom Willander has been so good, so solid, so strong as a 2-way mobile defenseman, a Charlie McAvoy-esque guy, that this is the kind of dynamic player that if he gets added to the Vancouver Canucks roster and he's able to play at a decently high level, there's so much value to be added there for a guy on his entry-level contract. And I think a lot of Canucks fans were getting so excited with the idea of adding this name heading into the 2025 Stanley Cup Playoffs. That was assuming the Vancouver Canucks would have been strong enough to hold on to their playoff spot and make it. But at this point now, we kind of just feel like it's not going to happen, right? Maybe with a name like Tom Willander helping him out on the back end, it'd be a little easier to get those wins needed to make the dance. But at the same time, if you hear the opposite is true here, that Tom Willander is now potentially in a world where he can go for another college season, that prolongs whatever it is Canucks fans were waiting for here. Now, I don't think defense is that bad of a problem for Vancouver like it was at the beginning of the season. Elias Pettersson, Marcus Pettersson, these guys have been huge additions. Tyler Myers has been great. Derek Forbort has really stabilized himself. This is not the same Susie, Bronstrom, Desharnais, Juleson decor that we saw earlier on in the season. So it's not necessarily like Vancouver desperately needs Tom Willander for 2024-2025. It just would have been really nice to get that familiarity right off the bat. And if Willander plays a full season in 25-26 with the Vancouver Canucks, and he's a top 4 guy, let's say he lives up to the hype and he's that good, then that adds so much value as a sub $1 million quality ad. But now, that entire process might shift itself over to next year if the guy decides to go for another season with the Boston University Terriers in the NCAA. Maybe it's not really that bad because, you can debate that he could go through some offensive development. He's not primarily an offensive guy like a Quinn Hughes or a Cale Makar, Adam Fox, Lane Hudson. He only had 23 points in 37 games played this previous season. But Tom Willander is so good at everything you need a defenseman to be good at that it kind of feels like, hey, does he really need to go back for one more year? If he wants a national championship, okay, maybe that's the case, or maybe he really wants to become an offensive guy, maybe that's the case too, but this doesn't really help the Vancouver Canucks for right now. And in their vision to trying to build a team together that can keep Quinn Hughes sticking around, I think it would probably be better for Willander to be on it than not, but I guess we'll wait and see, right? Maybe this idea from Rick Dhaliwal, Willander's third year, that's a possibility. Maybe that's just leverage. Maybe that's Tom Willander's party leaking it out to Rick Dhaliwal. Hey, can you say this on air? That Tom Willander could go back for a third year, and that entices Vancouver to give him more bonuses or whatever? Like, I don't know. I'm just trying to fill in the blanks here, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about the idea of Tom Willander staying in Boston and not coming over to Vancouver? Sticking around with Boston, though, let's talk about another guy in Boston, Jacob Fowler. We had made a whole bunch of videos about this dude the past few days, and now we are speaking about him one more time. Because Cam Robinson, about 15 minutes ago, went out there and tweeted this. Nothing's official, but there's some decent smoke out there that Jacob Fowler is leaning towards returning to Boston College for a junior season. The 20-year-old posted a 25-7-2 record with a .940 save percentage this year. Buddy, what? Jacob Fowler's gonna leave too? Okay, not leave. He's gonna stay? Oy, oy, oy. Leaning towards returning to Boston College. You know, all the stuff that we had heard over the past few days. Oh, there's an opportunity here. Kent Hughes can sign Fowler. The expectation is they want to bring him on, and they want to either give him an ATO and have him in the Laval Rocket, or start him with the Montreal Canadiens right now and play him off against Nashville. Now we're hearing that he might want to stay? Oh boy. Okay. I guess Montembeault and Dobesh are going to have another year to cook for themselves in the NHL before Jacob Fowler comes in. Some replies to this tweet are getting a little bit antsy. Oh, this is a disaster. Oh, April Fools, that's cap, etc., etc. Cam Robinson, I don't think he's the guy to go out there and do the April Fools thing, and plus, it's already past 12 p.m. I don't think this comment is in that realm. I think he's just really reporting what he's hearing. But Cam Robinson is one of the most well-connected guys in the prospect world, and if he's hearing that there's enough smoke that Jacob Fowler is potentially thinking of returning to Boston College, that is just not going to sit well with Canadiens fans at this point. Even in the replies of this tweet, everybody's going out there and freaking out. So, yeah, we made the same commentary about Augustine like an hour ago. The Detroit Red Wings and Trey Augustine had that entire situation there too. Augustine sticking around in the University, or not the University of Michigan, Michigan State University, excuse me, they're different. He's sticking around. Tom Willander might stay. Jacob Fowler, decent chance he stays. Canadiens fans, Canucks fans, let me know in the comment section below, how do you feel? This is some pretty bad news. Is it bad news? I don't know. These two guys are going out there and completely subverting expectations for Canadiens and Canucks fans. But for now, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about these roster updates? If these guys end up signing in the next few days, then okay, we'll make other videos saying that it happened, that they're coming over and it's great and everything. But for now, this seems to be the scoop. Thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this British Ash Roll 99. And bye.